This game is continuing in the theme of the attack against the uncastled king. It is Shigarin versus Byrne, 1906. The opening is King's Gambit declined. And I think that a good way to go through this book and these examples is by analyzing the games on your own, over your own board or on your computer, and looking through variations that you might come up with to really try to get to know the positions. In trying to get through the whole book, I'm not going to explain some of the more basic ideas, but it's super important that if you have questions that you ask them, and I don't mind at all posting a response video to try to analyze some variations. And also, if you want to add a comment to the video, I'd be happy to answer any questions throughout these lecture series. So this game is cool because it shows a good way to open up the position through a sacrifice. And when you're attacking the uncastled king, a good theme is finding any way you can to open up the e-file where the kings are, because that's how you find tactics and get an attack, is in an open position. So now white plays f5. The point of rook e8 was, let's say white plays knight b d2. It's important to know that a weakness of the King's Gambit in a position like this is that white can't castle kingside. So white has to be really careful here that the e-file doesn't get opened up too soon, because they could be in a lot of trouble. So rook e8 shows an intent to attack along the e-file, and if white were to play something like this, black could take on f4, even if they weren't to drop the f pawn. Let's say they played like just a slower move, like a4 takes, and now d5 is really strong because this pawn is pinned here to the queen and king. So already black is getting an attack because of their quicker development. So f5 is an attempt to close the position. And now black plays d5, trying to open it up again. And now white plays bishop to b3. And now this would be a good puzzle if you want to spend a few minutes. Pause it here. Black to move and find a winning combination. And here's the answer. Black plays bishop takes f5. So the important point is that after e4, black is going to get their material back, and they're going to open up the position. So even if you couldn't calculate that far, just to know that if the knight moves, black wins the queen is enough to know that this is a winning variation. And so maybe white will try king to d1, and then takes, and black has an excellent attack here. Knight e5, and now some ideas are moving the knight here and trying to go here after the queen moves, and also d4 and taking on c3 and pressuring as much as you can in this position. And black is a virtually winning attack here. And they notice they sacrificed the piece, but they got it back right away. So white in the game decides to not take the bishop and decline the sacrifice and play bishop g5. And now, so black just won a pawn, and white still can't castle. So black plays takes e4, takes e4. Now bishop takes e4. And now there's some tricks here. White white could take on f6, but bishop takes f3, takes d8, takes, and it's looking pretty good for black. So in this position, white plays queen c4, attacking f7, and black plays queen to d5, and now white plays queen b5, and now this is a good puzzle. If you want to pause here, black to move and win. Black immediately wins the game with bishop f2 check, and white resigns. So if we go back a few moves, it was only 13 moves. You notice I've had a lot of games that have been this short, and it's just a matter of getting these themes, getting a good understanding of these themes, and you'll find that a lot of your opponents will make these mistakes of not castling soon enough. So d5 was really important to open up the position, and bishop f5, finding the right sacrifice is really important.